So I'm going to try this again, see how I get on. Hopefully there's a bit of a brighter picture, you can see more of what's going on, hear me a bit more clearly this time as well. So we just kind of skip these initial cutscenes. It puts us into a tutorial. I'm using an alternative costume for Leon just to not kind of go insane seeing the same thing constantly. So we've got the second part of this aisle here. You can go to the first part, but it just kind of makes the turn a bit more awkward. It's the smallest bit of efficiency, but it's one that I can easily remember, so I always do it. This zombie has no clipping, so you can run through it. It's the only zombie in the game that doesn't have any clipping. Most of the time you can't run through them. He can wander straight past here, or he can just wander straight into your crosshair, which is always handy. But he wanders. When you wander straight past, that's more helpful. We open this. We go back up the second aisle. You can go up this aisle, but as you can see, that cop we passed earlier is now zombified, so that's not great. This pushes us forward, and then Claire's going to jump and push open the door. There we go. Yeah, hello. Perfect. And then this just essentially what happens in the cutscene here. Car crashes, and it drops us into the middle of Raccoon City. And then we need to GTFO. I'm really bad at that turn, and I'm not really sure where you're actually meant to go on it, but, you know, we tried. So, we're going to do a bit of a weird thing here. It's similar to stair skating in RE1. Basically, when you aim, when you go up and down stairs, if you aim and unaim, aim down the sights and let go, essentially what it does is you enter an animation state where when you right click to aim, you take a step. There's a separate animation for going up and down stairs. That single step of the first animation is quicker than going up and down stairs correctly. And so by doing that continually, it's quicker to go up and down stairs. Given the amount of stairs in the game, that is actually quite a big time save, believe it or not. And with that, we're in the Raccoon City Police Department. So we pull this switch here, and this is your kind of first indication of, you know, maybe it's better to not try and shoot everything in the face. So there's nothing in here that you need to really worry about or shoot or anything like that. But this is the first kind of section where zombies will spawn, and your first reaction, the first time you play this, is going to be try and clear the area out. But it's pointless because pretty soon this whole hall is infested with zombies, and you're never going to have enough ammo to clear them out. I let a friend of mine play this a little while ago, and he ran out of bullets before he was even out of Raccoon City's police department, which takes, well, you see how long it takes in this run, but like, that's a lot of ammo to go through quite quickly. There's a zombie going to kick open this door, we're just going to run past him when he does, like that, and we just run past. It's literally just kind of a timing thing. We try not to get grabbed here. I've been grabbed before, but if you just hug the right hand wall and head straight, you shouldn't get grabbed. Yeah, I've been grabbed once, and it's made me kind of skeptical of it ever since. We jump through here. We kind of get caught on the back of the legs. Marvin saves us though, because he's a cool dude. Thanks, Marvin. And he gives us a knife as well. Thanks, Marvin, but you know, knife crime's wrong, so you know, you might be a cop, Marvin, but whatever. And it lets us unlock this and continue the game. So, there's some bullets behind us we need to grab. They're over here. Grab these, and we're going to dump this key out of our inventory just to free up a slot. We're going to reload. It should spare up 3 bullets. We fire those for 2 reasons. One, it lets us clear out a space in our inventory. Those aren't crucial, but helpful. And it lowers a thing called DA. So DA is a hidden stat in the game. We hit that zombie for a reason, I'll explain why in a second. So DA is a hidden stat in the game, and what DA does is it it behind the scenes increases or decreases the difficulty depending on how well you're doing. So by shooting those 3 bullets into the wall there, the game thinks we're missing shots aiming at zombies, so it makes the game a bit easier on us. When you're kind of speedrunning, the idea is that you're accurate, you're quick. Being accurate and quick causes the DA to go up. And so by just shooting those bullets, it frees up inventory slots, lowers our DA, double bubble. The reason we activate that corpse is that we're going to need to go back through that hallway later on in the game, and when it gets busy, that hallway is hell on earth. It will spawn a ton of stuff, and getting stopped for a blip by a corpse falling on you can be kind of run ending, so So we go for headshots more often than not. It's because it gives them the stagger animation. Getting a headshot in this game doesn't actually do bonus damage. It just gives you... Oh, he fell over. It just gives you a chance to do a critical hit. And a critical hit basically means that the zombie's head can explode and they'll die instantly. Doesn't happen that often, but it can, I guess. And that's why a lot of people do go for headshots in the main game. But for speedrun's sake, we're just doing it because we want to get staggers. So yeah, if you're playing this for the first time and you go for headshots and missing a lot, yeah, don't worry about it. Just go for body shots. The game gives you more than enough ammo to get through it without having to worry about that. So I didn't play the original Resident Evil 2, the one with the fixed cameras, but if this one's anything to go by, ammo is abundant. And there's only one time in my regular playthrough of this where I thought I was going to run out of ammo, and I didn't. There was an abundance around the corner. I just was panicked for a little bit. This is the most basic helicopter crash on the planet. It does nothing to the building. There's like a mild hole and the building doesn't collapse. So we pick up these bolt cutters, we pick up this ammo, and then we're just waiting for this cutscene to end so we can cut this. Sorry. There we go. There's a zombie in here. He can either spawn in a bad position or a good position, and he spawned in a good position. So that's handy. Bolt cutters are kind of a weird motif almost in Resident Evil games now. I know you get them in Resident Evil 7 as your main kind of early access tool that you need to find and stuff like that, which is a bit weird. So we go in here, we grab the valve, and we grab this fuse. The fuse gets us through the main door, and the valve is to get us through some steam vents on the second floor that we didn't see last time, but you'll see now. In the main game, you'll see those steam vents first. There's some zombies along here. They can't get through this door. This main hub area is safe with the exception of Mr. X. Mr. X can come in here. You don't think he can, because it's obviously a safe area throughout the entirety of the game at the start. But when he does for the first time, you will shit yourself. So this hallway, this kind of zombie here is here in this hallway to tell you that the status quo's kind of changed. There's a zombie through here who's going to go by. Yep. Yeah, okay, very good. The zombie in the window here, she's not going to attack you, but her whole deal is so that this guy can. So she kind of lurks there so that you stare at her and then he gets to grab you. It's a clever little bit of design. This is the last time we need to use these bolt cutters, so we'll drop them after we pick this up. We do need the stun grenade though, and that'll become apparent a while later. So we go through here, and we basically need to go back up to the second floor. We need to dodge this guy. Ah, damn, this is such a time killer. As you can see, he didn't injure us enough to put us into caution, but he did do basically the worst animation you can get, which is that take you to the ground animation. That takes way longer than any other animation. Typically speedrunners I think would restart if they got that animation on a knockdown, but we don't really care. We're just practicing it. I'm not a speedrunner. This guy here looks scary, but he just falls over. There's a licker at the end of this hallway. There he is. Yep, you're a scary boy. There's a quick move here. There's a battery on the table, and what we want to do is when we pick it up, we want to combine it straight away, so that we're not wasting inventory space. When we come out this door, we want to... Oh, he's okay. There he is. We want to look at the licker. They get a bit camera shy when you look at them, and they tend not to attack. He's probably going to attack us here. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Yeah, okay, when you're quite finished being a knob. Thank you. So this is why we leave green herbs around the place. Because, yeah, that's not great. So Claire in her run is quicker when she's in caution. Leon is not. Which is unfortunate. Because if Leon was quicker, I'd be great at this game because I am in caution all the feckin' time. I'm going to do something a bit strange here. This is probably suboptimal, but I don't really care. And that we're going to move this over. We need to come back here, and this place is riddled with zombies and Mr. X. It's quicker to do that. It basically stops us getting rinsed when we come back here next time. So we pick up this hip pouch here, and we put the bomb here. We're doing something a bit weird here. So what we could do is we come back here. You see this bookcase here? We go through this door. We wait. We come back through this door. So what happens is, because that door is open, it's a state that the game doesn't expect. It normally pushes that bookcase over, and when that bookcase gets pushed over, what typically happens is you can no longer get through there. But by bugging it out with a bookcase, so let's say bookshelf, um, you can go in and out of it as you please. This is way quicker than... Oh, I didn't pick that up, did I? This is way quicker than having to go back the way the game really wants you to. So liquor drops here. This guy is on his feet, which is not great for us. Yeah, I'm going to die here, actually, if I'm not careful. So we want to go through here, and then down this ladder. There's a first aid med, actually, so we should be fine. I forgot about that. First aid med's a full heal, so we'll be fine. But yeah, if not, you have to backtrack your way essentially through the whole level again to get back to here, which is not great. So we'll go down here. I'll wait to do the menu until I pick up the first aid spray. One of the handy things in this game is that it tells you when items are useful and when items are useless. A lot of other Resident Evils don't do that, which is quite irritating. You end up carrying stuff about and you only need to use it once. There's 3 individual cutscenes for putting these medallions in. God knows why. I don't think anyone's ever watched them. I don't think there's any point to them. Maybe they look nice, I don't know. Maybe some art designer got paid a lot of money to come up with them, but they're not great. So we're coming up to the first kind of boss fight of the game here, which is G1. I always think his name's Albert Wesker, but it's not. It is... Yeah, I can't remember. That's a great commentary, Davey. Really worth the time you spent on it. Birkin! Dr. Birkin. So, Dr. Birkin's injected himself with the G virus, as you can see. He's up here. Quite an interesting thing happens. Essentially, he does that little animation there, and then he disappears off the map. And once we come through here, he spawns in a little black box up here. And once we complete this animation, he drops down. But right now he's just up there in a T-pose. He can't really do anything. He doesn't animate. He doesn't really exist. Once we come through here, there we go. He drops down. So there's a weird little strat to this fight, and you're about to see it here. If I'm good at it. I'm quite bad at it, but we'll see. So there's a reason we're doing it this way, and I'll explain it in a second. We don't really want to get grabbed, but we do get grabbed sometimes, so we're just going to stab him, and then we'll finish it off with some shots. Shots are inefficient, but hey, what are you going to do? Okay, I thought I would kill him, but maybe not. That was lucky. So yeah, shots are really bad there. You should never really get to that stage. The reason that we knife him is because Resident Evil 2 handles melee damage quite strangely, in that it treats the amount of time the blade, the object, is in contact with the enemy as the amount of damage that the enemy will receive. Now, because we're essentially running this on quite low quality, our FPS should be high enough that it's actually the most powerful weapon in the game is the knife at this point. And so by knifing him, we're doing more damage than we can ever do with a pistol. The idea is that you obviously don't get grabbed. But yeah, it's way, way quicker than you could ever be with a pistol at this point in the game to knife him if you're getting a high FPS. I am going to have to try and find some ammo here in a second. Because I am on 0, but I've got a knife, so I should be fine. I can't think of anything we need to shoot anytime soon, so we should be okay. A bit of a weird section here. We need to inspect this, even though we don't have the card. And if you don't inspect it, the game won't let you progress. Which is a bit strange, because the first time I played this, I obviously knew I didn't have the card, so I never bothered to check it for ages, and ran around trying to find the door. This door gets soft locked, which is quite annoying. You're essentially punished for being quick to it, which is a bit odd. But I suppose they have to give Ada time to disappear wherever she goes. So we walk along here and we see this guy. And then this guy dies. Mr. X reaches through and grabs him. This is another weird little mechanism. Basically, there's a room, rather than just spawn Mr. X's arm, because it's a cutscene, they spawn the entire body of Mr. X back there. And he has his own little room, and he just attacks from... Is that bullets? Yeah. And he attacks from in there. It's a bit strange. I don't really know why they did it that way. There's no reason to spawn his entire body, but hey, what are you going to do? I didn't develop this game. And there's a few different instances of that where they don't need to actually spawn stuff, but they do. You could have just loaded an arm object and blacked it out. Yeah, whatever. So you hear Howl. There it is. So obviously we know what's coming next. Oh, and kennels. And a dog in it. So we don't need bullets for this section. To be honest, even if the strat was to shoot them, they're a bloody nightmare to shoot, so... Okay, here we go. So there's an object here, we grab this. Now, I'd like to say I was really good at the dog section of this game, but I'm really not. So there's every chance this could go very wrong for me, so, you know, pray for your boy. Yeah, that puzzle is literally that easy. So we go through here. If we hug the right hand side of this, we shouldn't get hit by this dog. Oh, feck. This one. Okay, we do get hit by it. Great. So that's a good start. Again, there's more green herbs, so I'm not that worried. I will be worried if we get hit again. He said before getting hit again. There's a dog who essentially is about to run past us. Always runs past us. Such a nice boy. There he goes. Bye. One is going to jump out of a vent here. Here he comes. Ah! We essentially try and bait him into biting us and then run past him. But what I do, because I'm bad at the game, is I let him bite me. Because he doesn't expect that. Hopefully this guy misses us. Because otherwise I think that might drop us into caution. We position our head in the gap here when we're running. And if the dog jumps at us, that means he comes up short. I have no idea why that works. But it works with 100% consistency, which is pretty nuts. Up here is a bad hallway. Let's just put it that way. There are 3 zombies standing here who are ready to bite us, and I don't want them to bite us. You can burn your flash grenade here, but I won't. But it's tempting. See, there we go. So we get a crit there. That just completely changes the shape of this hallway. Oh, well, okay, I guess we do burn our flash grenade then. Whoops. Ah, well. Jeez, oh. We go out here, and then we go up here. I can think there's another one somewhere that I can think of, but it's a weird spot. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get it, if I remember correctly, where we need to go. That's fine. Sometimes it goes a bit wrong. We just improvise. I mean, we don't really improvise. Famously, the game is challenging, but hey, whatever. I just realised I completed the dog segment, so I can mark that off. So we go in this brown door first. We go along the second pathway. Grab this gear, there's a zombie there, you can both see and hear him, but who cares? We come back here, we come out here, we get rid of that. And we go out this blue door. We go down here, and you're going to get confirmation that Leon's fat in a second, because he breaks the ladder. Fat boy. We're going to head over here, down this way. Oh, stuck there. And go over to the end here. They're going to burst out here. You're meant to be able to run past them at an angle. I'm bad at it, which seems to be my catchphrase. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just hitting it at the wrong angle. If you're quick enough, you can get through that door before it closes again, which is quite good, but no, I didn't get it. I did get that door open though, which was nice. There's 2 green herbs down there, which are like panic stations. I need some healing. Back through here, and here he comes, our favourite worst nightmare, red herb. So we aim at him here, it should provoke him into a punch animation. Yeah, we just dodge it, run past him. Bye Mr. X, please don't chase me, he's chasing me. Actually we should be able to grab a stun grenade here. So go back in here, and back through here. There should be a stun grenade here. Yep, got it. So that's handy. And then through here, as I say, and I've said before, Mr. X can come in here, so I wish this was a safe area, but it's not. We do need some ammo, and we left some here earlier, so that's handy. There's going to be a licker here. There he is. Bad boy. We shoot him. That shot kind of just says to him, we know you're here, and he goes, ooh. And he gets all kind of tsundere about it. We open this door, go to the end here, oh, and we grab this crank. Now, something that is going to be annoying, and it might happen, it might not, is that, oh fuck, didn't expect this boy to be here. There's a lick, yeah, here he is. I knew he was going to be here. So what we need to do is bait him into a punch again and run past him. Yeah, he can be here, he can not. It's nice when he's not, but I've yet to have a run where he's not, so. Such a kind young man. As you can hear, he's chasing us. He chases you throughout the game. Which it sounds stressful, it's really not. We shoot this kind of nothing here, I guess is what you would call it. But what happens is it makes all the zombies move in that direction, which is really handy. It buys you a little bit of time. I think I'm still going to get bit here, but we'll see. So we then move both of these bookshelves over one. Yeah, there we go. So he cancels us out of this animation and thankfully doesn't put us into caution. And the bookshelf's moved over far enough that it doesn't really matter here. So that's pleasant. I need to update my splits because I've got the large gear but I don't have the fuse yet. That's fine. So we go along here. There is a zombie at the end here on the left and you can see a green herb in front of us. The idea is that you're so focused on the green herb that he grabs you and makes you look a bit of a knob. You can't skip this animation. Interestingly, this room is one of the only rooms in the game, there's like 2 or 3 more, where Mr. X can't get you. And that's by design. Essentially this room is just too tight. And it features a puzzle as well, which, if you're new to the mechanic of Mr. X, it's not really fair to kind of give you a puzzle to solve whilst he's coming to kill you. Although I'm surprised they didn't do that. Even on the hardest difficulty, you still can't come in here. Which is quite handy. So yeah, this is literally just grab gear, go back downstairs, put the other gear where the other one was. It's that straightforward, and it drops the second fuse. Yeah, it's very good, Leon, you're so fucking funny. We go back out this way, and just immediately left. So there's no Mr. X music, which means I'm not really sure where he is. Okay, there we go, now it's started. So there he is, he's climbing the ladder now. We go over here, it drops us through. It's quicker than climbing back down the ladder, and I don't think he knows where we are. So that's easy. Back out here. And over we go. So that that little kind of drop through that we activate, as I say, it's quicker than walking back down. Oh yeah, he knows where we are. It's quicker than walking back down. It's always there, but you obviously don't activate it earlier in the run because we need it at a later point. And I'm going to go back along here, back down here, and back to the spot where we wasted our, I'd like to say only stun grenade, but we've got a new one. But still, we'd rather have kept that first one. I'm going to have to just take a bite here. Yeah, thanks bud, appreciate you. Guy at the window not going to get in, he can piss off. This guy might do a wake up lunge. No, he didn't, so that's useful. I might have to do just a quick bit of menu in here. Yeah, that's fine. We got that equipped. Okay, so there's some dogs coming up that aren't that much of a problem at full speed, but might pose an issue with the fact that we're in critical. I'm not sure. Or caution, sorry. So my hope is that they're not. One of the dogs should jump on the car here. Yeah. Okay, so it's a weird animation. They don't really know kind of what speed you're going to be moving at when you get to the car. So there's a dog meant to jump on it, and you're meant to go, oh Jesus Christ, fucking dog on a car. But really, it doesn't know when you're going to do it, so it happens so infrequently. It's almost not worth mentioning. But when it does, it's handy because it means you've got one less dog coming to bite you in the hole. So here is one of the first quote-unquote puzzles in the game. I am not good at it, and I wish I was, because it is not hard. I'm just an idiot. Oh, ooh. Okay, this is not good. Oh yeah, okay. My bad. There we go. That's embarrassing. So we go in here, we get the pass. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Yes, 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 yes. We get the pass is what we need. And then we go over here, we grab this first aid spray. We're going to use this. What are they after, Leon? Don't really know. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chuck this. And then we're just going to run through. Mr. X is going to be here. We let him try and put. Okay, now I'm screwed. Now I'm in what is known as humongous trouble. Hey! 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 Thank God for that. Yeah, that should never really happen. He should get flashed. My timing must have just been a little bit off. Ada drives over in the car, and that's a saved. And that is more or less the first part of the game. Yeah, there's a lot of walking here, which isn't really that interesting, so I'll probably just cut this here, but I'll try and do a longer one at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, what, 27 minutes to get to. This is probably about just before the halfway point of the game, so pretty cool.